Hello, everyone. Let's get academic about magic. C.S. Lewis was a brilliant academic who studied at Oxford, taught at Cambridge, and he thought deeply about the rules of a fantastic world. In The Magician's Nephew, Lewis is really working those rules out for a world that he had made in previous books. So this is the prequel to books that he had written earlier, even though it's set before that. And as you're looking at Magician's Nephew and also alongside J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, think about what is the academic or scientific treatment of magic doing? Are Lewis and J.K. Rowling's re-enchanting a universe, a world that's maybe been disenchanted by the rise of modern science, which is perhaps hinted at even more explicitly in J.K. Rowling's, following the tradition of Lewis, because Rowling's has a magical world where they're not allowed to even have more modern devices. So is that what this is saying? Or is the fantastic becoming a science, becoming a part of our world? And how is this bending or shaping our concept of the fantastic as something that is beyond our world, that is beyond our science, that's beyond the physics of this realm that we live in now? So think about those concepts as the characters and the child reader are learning about magic in these two texts, both the novel and the film that we are watching. So, what lessons do we learn about magic? Why does that matter for the child reader who cannot perform magic? So this isn't like using the book to teach the child something they can do in the real world. It's using the book to teach them something that doesn't exist. What does that signify? For example, look at this flying lesson. What is your favorite scene where Potter is learning magic in the film? I think mine is the broom scene, because the broom scene breaks down things or visualizes things that the child viewer will implicitly understand about magic. And that is things like, how is voice the commanding instrument that shapes magic? How is it something beyond voice? Just because you say up to the broom doesn't mean it's going to come up. There also has to be something internal, something intuitively magical, perhaps? A hidden magical strength that allows you to do this better than others? So, looking at both the film and the novel, let's break down, how does magic work? What are the sciences? What are the requirements? How is it controlled? And then step back and think about, what is the effect of this on the child viewer? Because that relationship between what is being done in the book and how it's impacting this very specific audience for the book or the movie is very significant for us, not just for studying these texts, but thinking about history and culture. Because the way a book acts towards its intended audience is where that power comes from, and the extent to which the author is thinking about that specific intended audience shapes what can be done in the text. So, answer these questions, post them on Blackboard, and I look forward to seeing your responses.